Tweety Weedy doesn't do the stuffy wuffy it's supposed to do.
Lol. Tweet deck.
Tweety Weedy. Why you do this? Live now, wait. So when are you thinking about watching the movie, Sleepy?
I'm sorry?
Aren't you nicknamed Sleepy?
Yes.
Yes. Then when are you thinking of watching it?
I'm thinking of watching the movie later on.
Okay. Vlad, what's your Tweety Weedy?
Oh, hang on a second.
Yeah, just send it to me.
In fear of me waking up super late, I stayed up all night just to make sure that
sweetie.
I could be here.
Aww.
So I am consuming the elixir that is known as
Coffee.
coffee and Mountain Dew. Actually, yeah.
When you make Mountain Dew with coffee instead of water.
I learned this trick from my Spanish teacher back at high school.
Huh. Sleepy, do you have a Tweety Weedy?
I have a Tweety Weedy, yes.
Can I have some?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, Sleepy do. I don't know if Sleepy posts anything on Twitter because I don't pay attention to it.
I do post on Twitter, yes. I
Do
do
I
art. And I'm
do I
currently
even-
working on the biggest masterpiece ever.
Do I even follow you on Twitter?
Hold on, let
Oh.
me check a Rooney.
See.
I do. Time to fix that.
I'm looking at your profile. That flag, is that the Philippines?
What?
I'm
The
looking
flag
at
in your profile bio.
Yeah, 1017 / there's a flag. It's microscopic.
Filipino, yeah.
Yeah, Philippines. Okay, yeah. IRL. Okay, yeah, because that's where you're from. Negatoro, apparently artist, Libra, he, she, they, potentially.
Potentially.
knows?
That's what I'm reading, yeah.
Who knows?
Confusing. Okay. Yeah, sure.
I'm a
whatever
microwave.
works.
I am a stove.
It's like
If you're a microwave and I'm a stove, what would Golden be?
he would be
Toaster
the
oven.
bun in the oven.
Toaster
Yeah.
oven.
Also, Sleepy, I love your avatar. The Jack
Yes.
Black face on the Bowsette.
Yes. No, speaking of, I'm working on a masterpiece. And I'm drawing Bowsette, like Jack Black Bowsette, and fucking Doja Cat as fucking Princess Peach. And it's
You're
it's
part of
probably
the
gonna be the
problem.
greatest thing I've ever drawn right now.
You're part of the problem.
Yes, I am. And I literally talked about this with Wolfhead because of course I would, and at all fucking night I was talking about it. I was like, dude, I gotta do this. And
Yeah, no,
so this begins.
Yeah, like as far as the rest of the cast is concerned, I'm cool with having Jack Black play as Bowser.
Bowser.
God, Jack Black was like the greatest choice of all time.
Yes.
Like that's
hell
probably
yeah.
like the most hilarious choice when you think about it, because Jack Black, he can go out crazy with like his love of rock and everything. Like if you've seen 10HSD, you would get the idea.
I want there to be like a villainous song for him. Like, my God, if they were to have an actual like a villain song for Bowser, ooh, sell me with that stuff.
Also, I would like a proper Bowser song as well.
Yasha.
Yeah.
Or like a ballad or something, because oh my gosh, like a power ballad. Oh my gosh, I'm just thinking about it. Oh, that makes me happy.
So you're thinking of a hair metal song that he would perform?
Yeah.
Yes. No,
And then
not even that. Just like have it like a beat switch where it goes from like a power ballad to this like very beautiful like Bohemian Rhapsody kind of song in terms of like production value. Oh, that would have hit the final nail in the coffin. for me anyway, because oh god, I unironically love fucking I love Jack Black.
Yeah, no, like Jack Black is a fun actor. He embraces a lot of what he does.
He's
Chef.
also like my childhood crush, and I want that
Aww.
stuff to be amplified with this movie.
I also gotta say he did really, really good job with Jumanji movies.
He did a good job with the Kung Fu Panda movies, which is like the
yeah.
legendary.
I saw
like,
the first
franchise.
Kung Fu Panda movie, and the thing that sticks out the most is the beautiful choreography and the fight scenes. Like they were
Ooh.
surprisingly intense for a DreamWorks movie. I'm like, whoa.
It's pretty.
It's like probably the greatest DreamWorks thing ever.
Oh my.
Like-
Prince of Egypt.
I read that
Like,
stream title completely
Jack Black,
wrong.
though.
Okay, Sleepy, I'm gonna make your day.
Okay.
There you go.
Wait, let me see this.
I
I saw that. I saw that. I was like, yes, everything, yes.
I'm also gonna
That's
post it in
great.
the chat so
My
people can see it.
he's
Two
perfect.
hotties in the same person. Hell yeah.
What's your language, young lady?
Sorry, I have a tendency, but
It's okay, just
oh my
reminding you.
goodness.
Oof.
I read
Yeah.
that stream title completely wrong.
What
I
do you mean?
saw the I saw
Hey.
this.
I read Chill&Chat with Goldenfox. Vlad is sleepy. I completely misplaced the and for is.
I approve.
I'm gonna need to make another cup of coffee to make it through the rest of the day. Oh boy.
Oh,
already,
poor Vlad.
so
What have
already-
you done?
There's already a number of jokes online about Chris Pratt being announced of him being casted as playing Mario.
Oh my gosh, have you seen his like voice reel kinda? Well, not really voice reel, but have you seen his like video announcing the fact that he's going to be Mario?
Okay, that I didn't know about.
Hold
Okay,
on.
can-
I sent it to Wolfhead. It was like the funniest thing. Give me a minute.
Oh boy.
I
It
want.
was right here. Where the heck are you?
Where did you come from? Where did you go? You should have been here an hour ago.
Cotton Eye Joe. Where are you, Golden? Should I send it in the chat or should I send it to you?
Send it in
only?
the chat. So that way
Alright.
the rest of us can take a look.
Eh.
Because like I am so iffy on the casting choice still. Like, dude, Charles Martinet. You know?
I mean,
You had one job.
here's something that I would like say about this whole Charles Martinet thing with Chris Pratt. Be glad that he's there in the movie. Otherwise, if he weren't, the way Twitter would have bombed. The way Twitter would have a nuclear war on everyone.
It kind of already did.
Yeah, but either way, like, even if he's not playing as Mario, imagine if he wasn't even in the movie in the first place, you know?
Oof.
Because that would have
so-
been, like, horrible.
All right, so let me listen to this Chris Pratt video. Let's see.
As it is right now, it's a Mario. That's not the voice.
Dragon.
You'll have to wait to hear the voice, but we've been working hard at it.
Oh, okay. That's just him giving out
I'm
the
really
announcement.
excited
All
to
right, well,
announce that I'm going.
It's me, Mario.
I would laugh.
No.
I would have laughed.
No.
It would have been so bad if that was actually the voice and he's just befoogling everyone.
Get
Oh,
hot diggity demon to voice him. I don't know.
I remember Hot Diggity Demon made a huge video essay on how to make like a proper like Sonic movie. And then like the Sonic movie came out and it turned out really, really good. And yet like his Sonic video is like it's not even there.
Yeah. My back.
What's happened to your back?
Is it all from carrying being right from the MLP movie?
Yeah, fair.
Yep. But the only okay, so aside from Chris Pratt, the other thing that worries me is that this is handled under Illumination.
Yeah.
which
Big
has had
I
a
mean,
very odd track record.
I mean, as weird as that is, Nintendo. I mean, no, like, no, duh. But Nintendo also had like some form of like affiliation with this movie. But yeah, the Seth Rogen one is like Chris Pratt was one thing. Seth Rogen was where I'm just like, wait, what? I'm sorry.
No, I could just imagine his iconic chuckle.
Oh God, why Seth Rogen of all people?
Because they had to pick somebody with as much of a sloped brow as Donkey Kong to voice him.
I mean,
Oof.
yeah, but why him of all actors though? You literally could have. There's like these like tweets where like if who was the person that voiced Luigi?
Charlie Day.
Charlie Day. If they're going to have Charlie Day as Luigi, why can't Danny DeVito be Mario or something like that? Right?
Well, here's the thing. You point to another actor in Hollywood that looks as much like a chimpanzee or a great ape as Seth Rogen, and I will eat a shoe.
Also, I can make you a cake shoe.
Wait, what? Wait.
What happened?
Wait, why that's what I'm so confused with how they literally had Seth Rogen in the movie of all people. Chris Pratt was one thing, but just Seth Rogen, man. You literally could have had like anyone else.
Again, they needed to pick somebody who looked like an actual ape.
It's not a matter.
I'm memeing here. I'm memeing.
Okay, yeah, like I can understand it, but it's still like it. No, I'm trying to. I'm trying to.
Pratt thing?
No, it's not that. It's just like if you're looking for somebody who would look like they were the part over a cartoon character, you're kind of thinking things wrong.
It's mostly star power, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
we
the
don't
star
really
power from Mario, but yeah.
The only like example we see of Donkey Kong like talking whatsoever is in the Donkey Kong like 3D animated cartoon from back in the day. So like there's no definitive canon on what his voice should sound like unless you wanted them to literally bring in Coco the gorilla.
Also, sure?
I cannot. I can't stand the Donkey Kong Country series. Like it was just way too weird and just bizarre.
Oh, you want weird series? You should see.
No, I don't want weird.
Are you sure? But yeah, there were so much sass in this commentary section that I had to add the demon cat.
Hell yeah.
I'm proud of you guys.
I want to huck that thing out the window.
Yeah, cat and dogs can be friends though.
Yeah, but its smug aura mocks me.
Do you want me to take it away?
No, it's fine. Keep it there. I'm just gonna be staring at it ominously. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna focus in on this.
Let me help you. Yee.
Yee.
Yee. There you go.
Yee.
Thank you. This fills me with great joy. Did I say joy? I meant rage.
I promise I'm an adult. Yeah.
Just everything about the Nintendo Direct, just like how do you put this? I was a little too overexcited for the most part. I think what broke me to crying was like the Animal Crossing announcement, and it's like
Bayonetta 3.
Bayonetta 3 too. Yeah, Bayonetta 3. I was like bawling my eyes out.
I've been waiting.
The gameplay looks so good.
I've been waiting for far too long to have Virgil and literally Virgil in Bayonetta. The timelines are colliding, boys. Next up
Yes.
is Yahoo Pizza time with a cowboy hat.
Heck yeah.
Now
and
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I was just.
It's just like I don't understand all the words you guys are saying. So for me, I'm now just imagining like a giant lizard who are made out of pizza and your waifu with a cowboy outfit. But it's not. Like it's not a slutty one. It's like a proper one, and she looks badass.
You're not that far off, to be perfectly honest. If there's one way I would define Dante from the Devil May Cry series, it's like a lizard person that's trying its best to acclimate and like assimilate itself into human life, but doesn't know how actual humans work.
Okay then. Now I'm just imagining.
Why is this cup empty?
Because you drank it all.
Yeah. Either that or you spilled it all.
The second one's a possibility.
Yeah.
Or the unicorns came and stole it from you.
Oh, the unicorns.
The unicorns.
Come up and drank it.
Those cursed unicorns.
Oh,
Where's
no.
representation for my people? Where weren't they in the movie?
Yeah, we had a flying dog though.
That's not the same. That's not a dog. That's a yapping beanie baby. I could drop kick that thing over my fence.
Oh no, I said a bad word. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. Oh boy, that was something I didn't expect.
That sounded like honestly, seeing that, it was like, wow, Pegasus or Unicorn Society is literally just a cult, and then you had ZBS and Pony. So ponies have Sony in the new generation, which means that they have PlayStation, Xbox.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
Or Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo.
No,
They'd be
they
playing
don't have Nintendo Switch. I do not approve.
I mean,
Not
they got
that
Instagram.
I mean, they have Instagram, yeah. Either that or like, what would they call Twitter on like the pony world? That's what I
Trotter.
want to know.
Trotter.
Is this
Fleeter.
Twitter?
Trotter.
Fleeter.
Fleeter. I like
Okay.
Or
Fleeter.
Trotter. Or Trotter. Yeah.
Trotter or Fleeter.
Trotter. How about Facebook?
Hoofbook.
Yeah, fair enough. Or Snootbook. Snootbook.
Oh, Snootbook. That sounds adorable.
Snootbook, the place where you can go to watch racist ponies scream at each other, and then you can go, well, that's enough internet for one day.
Oh, sadness.
It's like the looks are deceiving kind of scenario where it's like Snootbook. Oh, that sounds cute, and then you see like a bunch of threads.
Just like
Vlad's
like,
perspective.
Bye.
Vlad the Diamond Dog's perspective on these newfangled social media websites. They're trash and they're awful. They're ruining the society that already ruined itself.
It's called research.
Yeah, it's research. It makes me want to while I search.
Haha, read and search.
Yeah, this is why I added
Word.
the demon cat, because of all of the sass.
And as well as search.
Yes.
Research.
Oh, that's why they're all ponies, because they
Nay.
What about... Says some... Star Raptor 94 says, what about Tinder? I don't even want to...
Pinder?
I don't even... Tactor? Because, you know, like tack, like horse tack, you know?
Yeah, or, you know, timber
Winger?
could have worked as well. Timber. It's going down. We own timber.
We own timber.
You know.
The society ruined itself, and I fully believe that the cause was the millennials. Pipsqueak and all of them. Pipsqueak caused it.
What would be the millennials?
We're going to find out in the upcoming series that at the end of the... I'm insinuating.
That, like,
Yes.
Gen 4 is like the millennial era, and like Gen Z is like the Gen 5 era or something.
No, what I am implying is that we're gonna find out in the series that the reason why everything went to crap was because of the Cutie Mark Crusaders.
Wait,
Part
what?
of me believes. No, a part of me
Yeah.
believes it's because of Luster Dawn.
Yeah.
Give it a face. Ska du skriva?
Yeah.
Watch it. I'm gonna be right again. And if I am right again, I'm gonna.
Ah,
It's over. He would be carrying all of this knowledge and all of this rightness from the
Delete all-
MLP.
I'll delete every account I have on any internet platform if that ends up being the case.
yeah. Sorry for the Norwegian, guys. My Darius was crying because of my bad typing. So he had to
No worries.
Let me see. I'm just putting up a spoiler warning because I forgot to do that.
I haven't watched the actual movie, so I would love for you guys to talk about it, but keep it kind of brief.
Yeah, I think
It's
we're
okay with y'all?
Yeah, I think we're kind of doing it, but we can try better.
I'm speaking in memes because, like, I'm not gonna reveal anything
Yeah.
about the story. But like, it takes place like 1,000 or so years after the main series. Like, legitimately, it's a 1,000-year time skip. So, you know.
I mean, yeah, in 1,000 years can do so much to like.
I mean, ponies have smartphones now.
Woo!
And-
There's TV.
There's racism.
Yeah, a
Yay.
lot of racism.
And
Like, a lot of.
Sorry, just something I like. I really think like I don't know what they're called in English. Men en hva er beltedyr kalt på engelsk? Beltedyr. Beltedyr på engelsk. Beltedyr på engelsk. Help me. Armadillo. I think armadillos are super cute, and they have like the floofy metal rage neon hair, and I think it's adorable.
Yeah. That was pretty cool. I thought that it was a good movie for what it was. Sufficiently put my interest into this
Universe.
into this 1,000-year time skip, because every other generation that we've gotten previously in MLP has been like a complete, you know, similar names but basically from the ground up. The concepts and like the values and everything is completely different, and it's a whole new cast of characters. They may have the same names, but they're essentially the different characters. But with this, it is a direct continuation, which I want to find out because I have morbid curiosity of what happened to the civilization that once was. Because that, like, 100%, I believe, like, the thing we were talking about earlier with the posters, I 100% believe that that's the castle we all know and love, and something happened. Like, something bad happened, you know?
Then they rebuilt from what was there, and ta-da, new
Yeah.
elevator.
And, yeah, now they have elevators, too. That's a thing. Wow. Where are they getting the electricity for all that?
Power, magic.
They
I
don't-
wouldn't say friendship.
She said a bad
and-
word. Bim bom, bim bom. Sorry, I need to stop that. Like they do still have waterfalls, and they seem to be at least decent intelligent. So you know, maybe they have
I mean,
dams
they did-
and stuff.
They did build trolley cars and whatnot, so like they could have built hydroelectric dams.
Yee. That's
Could have been a
English.
thing. I don't know. It's just weird to me because like seeing the like the split of modern day technology thrown into like this cutesy fantasy world that I, from way back like back in 2011, from learning about this place, be like, oh yeah, that's cool. Ponies with carts, and Pegasus, and she lives in a library tree. That's freaking dope. That is completely not what it is now. The world has changed so much, and I feel like a boomer.
And
Aw.
technology has taken over the new generation, especially
As-
with
Caster of Fables for one episode, and it was just because they were like, oh, just, judge a book by its cover, but in the new movie, it is basically just an
whole
hour
thing.
and 30 minutes of them fighting racism.
Eee.
Like systemic racism, like borderline real life parallels, like Earth ponies are dumb and have very tiny brains. Can't possibly think of anything that sounds like.
I think we hit the nerve.
There's gonna be people who are gonna complain about this new movie saying that, oh, this movie is incredibly woke. It's like racism has been an issue for decades.
Yeah,
And
like
Not even decades, like a millennia.
I would
Or like a
imagine.
century ago.
I would imagine that 1,000 years after the princess, and this isn't spoilers because it's in the synopsis that lessons that Twilight taught were basically done away with, and everybody's paranoid now. So I'm not spoiling anything. That's literally the synopsis that Hasbro gave. So you can take that to the bank and put it in your account. I would imagine in the millennia where her teachings and everything she worked for was basically destroyed, that people would start to do the thing that sentient creatures do and blame the other people so that they don't have to take accountability. They just want the credibility. Convincingly, they're not willing to put in the hours to get some power. Scream until they're louder. Take a cold shower. Do they have showers now?
I mean,
Probably.
yeah.
I hope so.
I mean,
How do they operate it? No, wait, never mind. They're able to use smartphones now. Never mind. That was a dumb question. That was a dumb question.
I was about to say,
That was a dumb question. That was me being a fool.
a fool.
Oops.
Oops, I did it again.
I played
Uh-oh.
your heart.
I poo-pooed my pants.
Got lost in the stream. Oh,
I mean,
do-do-do-do.
I thought about going there, but I wasn't going to. But I
So you're lucky you got the punch.
I admire the conviction.
You're lucky you got the punch.
You are a braver man than I. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I'm also seeing that if anyone are going to the Netherlands in October, they still have VIP tickets available, which includes a plushie of their OC, the cons OC mascot. Mascot, that's the word.
Yeah.
And they're so cute. Oh my gosh. Oh. But yeah. And I'm also gonna be there, so if anyone goes to Holland Pony Con, you might get a huggle.
Yay!
Yay! All the
That's
huggles.
not able to.
I do hope that I get another job soon, so that way I can save up more. Because financially, it's always a struggle.
Oh,
But with a better paying job, I could save up money and actually attend to actual conventions, more than one convention a year.
yeah. I know the feeling, and for me, even the years before Corona Pona went out or came out, I only knew about Galacon. That was close enough, or otherwise I had to go across the ocean or across the planet, and I couldn't afford that. So it's nice to see more of them popping up.
There's gonna be a resurgence, especially with Gen 5. There's gonna be a mass return as prophesized.
The prophecy is true.
Yes, a mass,
As a prophecy.
mass religious return.
I will
This sounds like-
I'll eat my slipper if Tommy Oliver and Digibro start making content again.
Who? Who?
They were the alleged origin, OGs of the analysis community, and I say that allegedly because I was there, I was around before they popularized the term analysis. But they were very active around the eras of seasons 3 and 4. And things started to take a slippery slope during the results of what happened during season 4, and how a lot of people, myself included, reacted more viciously.
Oof.
Yeah. Season 4, as much as people loved the season, it was a dark age for people who did analysis and such, because we were vicious over everything because the results were not what we expected, and it got out of control. Not to mention people who debated the quality after another was extremely ugly.
Oof.
Wow.
Yeah, no, like Vlad, I'll say this much: some people were so blunt over everything that they would actually start to insult other analysts.
What?
Ooh.
Yeah,
The
no,
dark.
like I remember. Yeah, no, I remember back when Testing 1, 2, 3 came out, and I expressed my feelings on the episode where I didn't like the Pinky rap. I thought it was bad, and somebody literally was like legit saying that I was wrong, as if like I don't know what I'm talking about. So that went out of control. In fact, it turned out that whole thing in what was called the Rift Cafe, now they call it the Secret Rift, for reasons in which it's too much of a laundry list. Basically, like apparently the debacle of the person who insulted me was a part of a 12-hour argument between him and Josh Scorcher, because Josh didn't like the rap sequence either.
12 hours.
12 hours, yeah.
Somebody has
you're
a lot of free
wrong.
time.
It's like, look, dude, we have opinions, and if you're gonna go around dictating our opinions, get out.
Like, look, I understand if no one has the same like music taste as the other, you know.
It's not even a matter of the music taste. Like, I'm
Yeah,
open to if somebody were to try to do hip hop and rap. My problem is they do it in a stereotypical manner that it's almost embarrassing to watch. It's like they're trying too hard to show off. That's only just the tip of the iceberg. That's only surface level of what hip hop is, but not completely. Like, there's a whole thing, like an origin story of how hip hop was made. Like, I don't know all the information, but it's a lot deeper than what most people would just symbolize hip hop culture as.
Most modern depictions, like the Pinky rap and the rap sequence from Space Jam.
Oh, yeah?
From Space Jam 2 is mostly taken from the live performances and the beef era of Biggie and Tupac, like that era of rap, because
Yeah,
that's the most popularized era of hip hop.
Yeah, and what most people fail to understand is that this stereotype overshadows the root idea of just the very identity, or the root identity of hip hop culture, and it's very dark. Like,
Oh,
it's
that-
a very dark. Yeah, no, like I remember there were movies based on that culture, like Boys in the Hood, and one movie that's more of a comedy called Friday.
Yep.
Yeah,
Then you have the like Eminem, who was on the tail end of that era, and 8 Mile came out. 8 Mile came out, yeah.
8 Mile was fucking amazing.
It's that era of rap was a really dark period because Biggie and Tupac made like the entire rap industry split themselves down the middle into either you're with me or against me. It basically became Tupac's faction versus Biggie's faction, and then when the two of them died, because of the suspicion that surrounded their deaths, thinking that they were involved, like everybody believing that they were involved in each other's deaths, it just became diss rap became a much more prevalent thing because it was a way for them to it was a way to start a war without, shooting the gun first. It was a non-violent bullet that you could fire to trigger a conflict.
Yeah, so with that in mind, whenever I see a cartoon character pull off a stereotype of it, it sounds like they're trying to show off and completely undermining the root origin and how it's so delicate of me to try to explain this because I know that it sounds like I'm coming off as like biased or racist, which I'm not. But you better know what you're doing if you're gonna try to implement hip hop or rap. Like, don't try to stereotype it too much. Do it in your own fashion. A close example of when it had it in its own style, or two examples actually, and both of which are from Lin-Manuel Miranda. First and foremost, Hamilton. Hamilton, it's about how dark his life was and going through all the trials and errors, like going as far as to cheat on his wife, lose one of his kids, and take the gunshot from Aaron Burr.
Aaron Burr.
Yeah. It was it's a dark, tragic story, and they turned this into this hip hop musical, and it fits between the two, like both historically and culturally, because it's using rap to emphasize the dark side of someone's narrative. Another example where, when using the style of hip hop or rap in a more humorous sense, it doesn't try to be stereotypical. It's like its own entity, and that is the sequence with Maui in the song "You're Welcome." And that was also written by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yep.
Where he goes, honestly, I could go on and on. Like, it's a fun little, like, bubbly sort of act to it, and not trying to go, yo, this is this stereotype. No, stop right there.
No.
Time out. Lie down before you hurt yourself. I cringe every time I see that.
Yeah, that style of rap died in the mid to late 90s.
It's like when teenager first starts to swear and they say a swear word every single sentences they speak. It's like, no.
It's like watching like the newer generation of rap, like Lil Pump, Soulja Boy's latest content, anything made by Kanye West at this point, except for the later half of Donda. Second half of Donda was actually kind of okay, but it seems like it moved from a way for people who grew up in very impoverished and very disenfranchised circumstances to make the best of a bad situation and bring light to problems that they faced within their community and things that they're bringing light to their community so that they could make, the places they grew up better. And now it seems like rap has turned into a glorification of the original vices and sins that hip-hop and rap was started to fight. And that makes me very, very, very sad, but it is the nature of the evolution of music. It's the human condition to continually change the cultural implications and the cultural importance of a music genre to fit whatever is more marketable at the time. That's why.
Go ahead.
That's why one of my favorite rappers right now is NF.
NF, okay.
Because a lot of rappers call him out for being a poser because he doesn't for one, he's never said a funky town word in any of his raps. The most I've ever heard him say is you gonna bitch at me or something like that in his lyrics once every song. And people are like, "Oh, you're just a poser. You're not willing to put out the lyrics that are hard hitting." And he's like, "I literally released a song called Therapy Session where I talked about how teenagers are walking up to me at my shows and telling me how I helped them through suicidal fits, and how a girl walked up to me and told me about her abusive father. I literally have to give free therapy sessions. I'm not a poser. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. I'm angry and I'm sad." And I'm like, that I can respect, because he's using hip hop for what it was originally intended, an outlet to bring light to darker situations and darker circumstances. And it seems like he's like one of the only ones left who actually does that. Where, as opposed to Soulja Boy, who buys Atari coin and thinks that he's the CEO of Atari.
Or thinks that he's the biggest marketing strategy on the blog when he really isn't.
He believes that Twitch became popular because of him. He believes that he's the first rapper in the Guinness Book of World Records.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Hold the F on. What makes him think that he's the reason Twitch is so popular? Twitch has been around before, like, hasn't it been around before he started his career? Like, how long has he been, like, how long has his career been around?
When did Soulja Boy make his first album? I actually have a document of Soulja Boy trivia. Because I like to go into Soulja Boy's replies, and I like to shoot people down and make them feel stupid. His first album was released in 2007 with Unsigned Still Major. He did not get his break until Soulja Boy Tell Him You, which I think was released in 2013, I think. I can't remember, but yeah, like he didn't start using Twitch until very, very late into Twitch's lifespan. Like, he's deluded himself at this point. He's selling another console, by the way.
Which
that does not surprise me.
He's selling a Chinese emulator console. It's a handheld that has a version of Android 10 on it. But he
even programmed this?
No, he bought them off of AliExpress, and somebody called him out for it. And whenever that person did that, he was like, "I bet you don't even know this company." He's like, "I owned a company," and then showed like a contract on his phone. Even though that contract was a spokesperson's contract, and the company itself came out and said that he is not the CEO, he's not the owner, he's a spokesperson for the company.
Oh my god.
Oofda.
He is...
If you wanted to get into making games, you learn game design. You take school for that. You learn programming. Trying to steal somebody else's credit is...
It's bad juju.
He's a very special kind of... He's a special kind of rapper. He's
quite
a delusional one.
Yeah, I would describe him as a snowflake, because whenever Atari said, Soulja Boy isn't our CEO, that job still belongs to... And then they like gave the Twitter of the owner of Atari, like the CEO of Atari. Soulja Boy then went on a tirade on Twitter where he was like, "F you guys, your company is stupid. Nobody even knew who you were until yesterday when I mentioned you in my tweet." And I'm like,
sir?
Okay.
We've been around for decades.
I'm just gonna say this. He kind of starting to sound like a certain red pony from a certain pony movie I saw recently.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fun to watch him just like try and take credit, and like the Guinness Book of World Record one just filled me with joy because his replies were filled with Twista was the first rapper in the Guinness Book of World Records because of how fast he could rap.
Ooh, nice.
And he was like, man, he was like replying to all of them. He was like, "Man, F you, Twista ain't nothing. He ain't had no comeback. I'm the new hotness. I build up every rapper. I built Drake." And I'm just
Drake.
I will admit that Drake's one of Drake's songs, early songs, "Tell me what's really going on, Drizzy Drake, all in this, already," is basically a bar for bar recreation of "Kiss Me Through the Phone," which was one of Soulja Boy's songs. But you didn't build Drake. Drake built himself. You know, Soulja Boy just likes to take all the credit he can because he wants to feel important, I feel. That's my...
If you want to feel important, you have to go and earn it. That's not the right way to do it.
Yeah. But, Soulja Boy do what Soulja Boy do.
Well, he's probably going to continue repeating the same mistakes, and I say, okay, let him dig his grave, unless he actually learns from this.
Yeah, it's kind of like how
Let his ego just like slowly decapitates or like falls down.
or it becomes
I mean-
bigger.
Because his ego could be his downfall in this case.
Or it could just become bigger and bigger until it eventually smashes him.
I mean, he recently signed Chet Hanks, the son of Tom Hanks, who like at I think it was the Emmys went and did a very, very, very generic, very tone deaf Jamaican accent to try and act like he was black.
Oh my
nah,
God.
Nah. I do not want any of this trans race people.
Kinds of no. Oh, we lost Sleepy. She left.
Sleepy had enough.
Yeah, no, this was like 176 kinds of no.
Yeah, no, he signed him on, and Chet Hanks like is popularized himself recently, where he was like, "Hey, man, everybody should get their COVID vaccines. You know, my dad was one of the first celebrities to get COVID, and like it's really important. I've had a lot of people." And then like halfway through that video, he goes, "Psych! If you're sick, then just stay home. Why do we all have to get vaccines for?"
Oh.
Chet is a special kind of individual, and it's
Yikes.
he's a yikes kind of guy to me.
Very big yikes. My God.
I like that Jedi Padawan, Daniel. He must really like to crank that grave of his. Watch me crank it, watch me roll.
Yeah, one thing I have totally forgotten while we started is that I usually ask people about their OCs when we do this.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
and
All right.
Sleepy has taken a sleepy nappy, so she will be right back.
For a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there is only one person in this room that the stream has not heard the story about yet. So let's talk about the doggo in the room.
All right. You want like how I came up with the concept of Vlad, or just like his his character backstory, as it were?
Both. And why
right.
you ended up going with a diamond dog instead of a pony or a griffin or a demon bunny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whenever I first started like getting into the bro analysis community, I'd started watching it like in late high school. So whenever I went into college in 2015, I found that my apartment building, the apartments that I had on campus, had a really spacious closet, which was basically a pantry. And I decided, hey, I'm gonna make MLP videos. That seems like something fun I could do. I'm gonna do that. And so I literally had to I had to squat down with my laptop resting on my knees in this tiny closet to like cut back on echo and reverb until I could get an actual microphone, which I did very well with a built-in laptop mic for a good long while. But for a while I was using a Pony Creator OC. So I did have a pony at one point, but it was more of a placeholder. I don't even remember what his name was, but
do you have a photo?
I do not.
Oh.
Vlad is pretty much all that I have left of my stint in the Brony community. But I had a friend in college who did digital art, so I literally busted into his room at 2 a.m. And screamed, "Will, I need you to make art for my YouTube channel." And he was like, "It's 2 a.m. in the morning, but okay."
GG. GG.
So we sat down and we're talking about it, and he had been exposed to the Brony community because he had done some furry artwork in the past. So I sat down and I had like thought back to all of the OCs that I had seen at the time, you know, alicorns, pegasi. I just discovered silver quill, so hippogriffs, and that's really kind of what the catalyst was for me choosing the Diamond Dog was I hadn't seen anybody else in the fandom at that point pick a hippogriff as their OC, so I thought I'm going to choose a species that is very underrepresented and nobody else picks. Like, nobody else picks. And to this day, I have yet to see one other YouTuber pick a Diamond Dog. And so I chose a gray Diamond Dog. As to what his story was, Vlad's story isn't really all that detailed. The working story that I have for right now is that he grew up in the same Diamond Dog settlement that we see in the show. He got tired of wasting his days away in the mines, so he grabbed a big rock, clubbed the biggest diamond dog he could find over the head with it, and said, "I'm leaving," and just went to the surface. And the first place he went was the Crystal Empire, and he broke into the royal capital. He dug his way through the walls into the throne room.
Hello!
And that's where I did my first review, and it ended with him getting thrown in prison.
Aww.
And then him breaking out the next episode. I don't have any YouTube videos of that because I scrubbed. The internet is pretty much scrubbed of all of my content that I had made during my stint in the Brony community. And I kind of regret it, but at the same time I really don't, because it allowed me a fresh start, and it kind of gave me time to look back and reflect on where do I want Vlad to go as a character? Do I want him to interact with anybody in the YouTube space? And maybe I'll be confident enough one day to be like, hey,
collab?
Master Code, do a collab with me where I insult you for 10 minutes.
No, don't.
And we don't review the episode. Because, like, I've heard, like, Aeon's talked about this, like, previously. Like, I do believe he's talked about this on podcasts, that Aeon is not maliciously evil. Most of the problems he causes are purely out of curiosity.
Yeah,
Vlad's the complete opposite end of that spectrum. Vlad is just pure malicious intent.
So getting you two in an episode together will be very interesting.
Whereas Aeon is the I'm going to cause this problem because I'm curious as to what the outcome is going to be. Vlad is, I'm going to cause this problem because watching the events unfold and culminate in the outcome is like honey to me.
Okay, I just gotta make this or else I can't live with myself. So basically what you're telling me is that Aeon is kinda like Loki, and you're kinda like Odin.
Yes. I cause the problems purely because I enjoy seeing the events that lead up to the climax of the eventual, like, the whatever the resolution is, the fixing of the problem or the problem getting worse, and then, like, spanning into a multi-channel event, as I have seen that has happened for a couple of people in the sphere, like in this weird microcosm that we've got.
Jedi Padawan Daniel. If Aeon is Loki and Vlad is Odin, then who is Thor? Well,
Lightning Bliss.
Yes. I was about to say it. Like, if Thor is open to being rainbow colored, we have the bliss. The bliss.
If we want to, we can go the full bore spectrum of just lawful maliciousness, chaotic maliciousness, and then neutral maliciousness. We could just Thunderblight's Thor.
But Thor is supposed to be a good guy. He doesn't do bad stuff on purpose.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like, sometimes he has accidents, but he usually is a good guy.
Thor kind of lets his rage get the best of him a lot in the mythology. Like,
yeah, in the real mythology, yes, and not the Marvel stuffy that I don't particularly are fond of. Like, they did good. They made entertainment, but they messed up so much stuff that the Viking and Norwegian in me got sad. Me.
Starraptor94. So let me see if I've got this right. Aeon, hey, I spilled this drink because I want to see how you clean it up. Vlad, screw you, clean this up. Yeah, that's that.
That's a very good
That's-
analogy.
Dusk.
To put it.
That's perfect. That's a
Dusk.
perfect.
I know what Dusk is gonna draw now.
You screw
Dusk
you,
is
clean this
gonna-
up. Aeon,
Oh boy.
I'm sorry I spilt this drink, but I it's your job to clean it up. Vlad just takes an entire like buffet table out of Denny's and flips it over. Clean this up.
The worst part, I'm probably the one who's gonna clean it. Meh.
Hey, I'm just saying that if I can trick a bunch of Pegasi and unicorns to fix a problem that I started, I mean, I've gotten off scot-free. I made out like a bandit. I do not have to own up to my problems.
That's
Cool.
sounds like Odin when he wants to. Yep.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't know if you noticed, but I got those like Pillsbury ghost cookies.
Uh-huh.
Cookies.
So you're,
Yeah,
you're
that's-
free to make any if you want. I bought 2 packs.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, you
That's
don't
pretty
have
much
to take the whole pack, obviously, but
Vlad in a nutshell. If
Yeah.
I
It's
had
like,
to give a
I just
So
sorry.
I have holiday cookies.
I know they have
It's
such a
just
little
I imagining it now like Vlad being in an Odin costume, Aeon being in Loki costume,
I'm sure they'll come out at
and
some point.
Bliss being in a Thor costume.
ones because I just needed a pair that matched.
And that would be
so
very
I mean, I think I could rock that helmet
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
eye patch.
I think you could. I think you could. I
Just
don't
wish I
know.
could find-
Like, I would of course prefer the myth,
Oh, I'm sorry.
clothing and not the Marvel cosplay, as I used to call it. But sure, that works too. Yeah, Bliss
Oh,
would have an
so I-
oversized helmet.
Can I get that? Then can I get that rockin' hat staff combo?
Yeah. Yes, you can.
Rad.
And you
Radical.
have your 2 like wolf siblings or cousins next to you because you know.
Becky and Gary.
Eee.
And then my crows, Hugin and Moonin,
Yeah, Hugin og Munin.
to give me all the thoughts
And
and
the
tell me all the
memories.
secrets.
Eee.
And then I scream at people and I ride my nephew into battle.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah. Yeah. Aeon, congratulations, your father.
Oh, this
I
sounds
would
like a Calamari show. It's like,
And
Aeon,
you,
are the father.
well,
and then
technically, technically, it would
instead
be
of
the
being
mother.
surprised, Aeon just goes, "Oh, another one."
Ah, that's kind of sad, though. You do get eaten by your other nephew.
Eh,
Family dramas, am I right?
eh.
No,
I mean, I'm
it's
not into that eat me stuff, but you know, whatever.
What do you
No,
mean by
it's
into
either-
eating you? If somebody eats you, you die.
This is a family friendly stream, so I cannot expound upon that, and I will not expound upon that.
Okay. Never mind. Move along. Move along.
Moving on. Okay, moving on.
Move
Yeah,
along.
I'm trying to root back to the other part of the subject with Peter,
Yeah,
like
sorry.
Aeon, all like, oh, another dearie who I can train or teach. Feel like if he's the father, it's like, oh, another one.
Another one. But yeah, that's Vlad in a. That's the elevator pitch of Vlad. His from the beginning of his life that he wants you to care about to where he is now, which is violence to violence, basically. Anyways, Sleepy,
Sleepy.
the
Hi.
floor is yours.
Wait. Before we do that, Vlad, can you explain to me why you chose the look that you have for your OC, like the green eyes, the diamond shape, and like the hat and everything?
Yep, I can. Okay. The green eyes is because I noticed that the leader of the Diamond Dogs, I think his name is Rover, has like not as bright but a more dimmed shade of green, and I went with a sort of emerald green because emerald green is one of my favorite colors. And the hat vest combo stemmed from an actual outfit that I had, because I noticed that every like analyst has their real life costume that they have. You know, Lightning Bliss got the goggles, Josh Scorcher got that rockin' black jacket, Dr. Wolf got that vest and shirt. I used to have that exact vest and hat. I don't have the vest anymore because during the last BronyCon, I kind of split the costume amongst people who were actually fans of mine. I gave my vest to someone, I can't remember who. I gave the shirt I always wore with it to a person who attended the last Brony D&D game I ran in the Tabletop Gaming Room. The hat was ripped open because of British Ninja's big head. And my badge I gave to Keyframe.
Aww. Keyframe, do you still have it?
Which, if I ever make it out to what is it, Everfree Northwest, I may have to get that back.
That's because I don't know anything about this badge. I would need to see what it looks like.
It was made by Sam Lyon, who's famous for making like a bunch of badges for like everybody.
Okay.
But yeah, I walked up to Keyframe's table and I was like, hey, I'm giving away like the pieces of Vlad, like his relics and artifacts. Hold on to this for me, and I just plopped it on her table and walked away.
Oh no, bad joke. Oof, bad joke. It's you know what Voldemort did with his soul in the 70s? Yeah, I'm getting that vibe.
They're my Horcruxes. Yeah. That way, in case my body is destroyed, I can always come back. I think I just found a new plot point for Vlad. Vlad has split his vest, hat, and other relics among his friends, so that way he can never truly die.
So that's why he's
like Elements of Harmony, Infinity Stone stuff right here.
Yeah, and about the
Guardians of Harmony use their power to incinerate Vlad. He pops up like a month later. I lived. Does that mean that Vlad has also murdered folks for that power?
No.
Do you think that he got one strike?
Well, maybe, considering like, yeah.
But
do you think that when he hit that big diamond dog over the head with that rock, he stopped at one?
Yeah.
He doesn't know if he killed him, but he stopped moving.
Okay. So, Sleepy.
I don't know what's going on.
Tell us about you.
Oh, my character?
Yeah.
Background, color choices, or
just the overall design and everything, like
the design, the backstory,
how you
the root
came
idea, how you came up with your design.
Okay. Hold on, can you give me a minute? Sorry. Sorry.
Why are you a demon?
Oh, it's another demon. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was what how do I put this? It was kind of a design choice because I got like in the terms of a technical aspect, I got sick and tired of drawing myself as a unicorn. So I went with like the big brain move in a way and just like kind of like put myself as a succubus because I think that's how I put myself out to be, and especially with my personality and stuff, I can kind of see myself as a succubus in a more mythological way, I guess.
People call you a demon. You call yourself a succubus. I'm very confused.
People call me like stuff. People call me stuff. A lot of things.
Okay.
But I think, I don't know, I haven't thought about anything about Sleepy's like overall backstory because most of it is very, very scrapped. Like, I can't decide whether to make this canon or make this canon, or whether or not I should not make this canon or make this one canon. All I know is that if I, oh god, because this would sound very like tragic backstory esque, and yeah,
Out the
take
edge.
take what you can get. Also, I got a BRB, but yeah.
What's up with all the BRB?
For a
Are you
bit.
okay?
Yeah, I just have to take care of some stuff.
Oh, okay. Good luck.
Luxies.
Yee. So, since she is gone, what was your favorite part of the movie, if you can pick out one thing?
God, that's a lot to break. Actually, I will say this: the red pony guy, who's pretty much the alleged antagonist. I always found it hilarious on how many times like he goes through like certain unexpected slapstick. Like he goes like barges the door open, talk to the folks people, and it's like he goes, "Attention, everybody!" Poosh, and it just like hits him back. Or when he's about to make his speech, the tapestry collapses on top of him. Like stuff like that, because it comes out of nowhere, and it always took me by surprise. Like they managed to pull it off very well.
I love how he progressively added more medals to his outfit.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
just saw that all over him. I'm like, what in the world? How can you even walk straight with that? Like,
Looks like a thing from history. Yeah, no. If I had to mark down a favorite moment in the movie, it was probably when they went to the destroyed part of the Pegasus Castle, and I was like, wow, look, this looks like a part of what used to be Canterlot.
Yep.
So what happened to Canterlot that this new city and this new civilization is built upon the ruins?
Well, that's how things usually happen in real life as well. Like,
Yeah, but like,
I think he wants to know more about the historical lore of.
yeah, me too.
yeah, because they're like setting it up like, because like, Twilight's wasn't going to outlive her friends. Well, that seems to be the case, but like, Celestia and Luna lived for 1,000 years. Like, Celestia herself lived for 1,000+ years to get to that point, inferring that Twilight and Cadence should have been able to as well. But they're not around anymore, which implies that something happened that put them 6 feet under. And maybe Sprout wasn't all that wrong about what happened in the past. Maybe there was a war.
Maybe.
Something may have happened that caused everybody to like separate from each other.
Yeah, because like if this is Canterlot Castle, some major historical event happened that caused the 3 pony species to separate the gem.
Mm-hmm.
Something caused them to do that, and because I like to look at stained glass windows and pick up the historical implications from that, from what it looks like, it might have been Twilight's death may have caused it.
Aww.
Like, Twilight dying may have caused a rift between the species. Because her cutie mark is used as like a piece of iconography that then splits off into the 3 separate murals on the stained glass window that shows each of the species possessing their own separate part of the gem when it should be whole. So maybe something happened to Twilight that ended with her untimely demise, and if like that is the case, maybe it was the untimely demise of the entirety of the main 6.
That is true.
Because think about it, in Equestria and the greater part of the world, Twilight and her friends were seen as a unifying factor. Like, they were the ones who brought everybody together. When your entire tapestry is supported by one stitch, and that stitch unravels, the rest of the tapestry goes with it. And that was the problem. I imagine, because like she tried to build the friendship school to build it up and spread her message. I think that maybe from the story's perspective, she might have started that concept way too late, and it wasn't enough. Whatever happened that caused her, I'm sticking with it's the idea that she might have perished, her and the rest of the main six. Whatever caused her teachings to be forgotten and for paranoia and hatred to become the norm had to have been something where she was the focal point, something happened to her, all the pony species started blaming each other for what happened and eventually isolated themselves away from one another.
I think something else to add to this is that because one of the things that I notice is midway is between the ruler of the Pegasus town or the Pegasus city and the and that one unicorn who's got all the collectibles.
Yeah.
Like they were having a bet or something. And I think that they were trying to collect all the gem pieces because they wanted to collect more power.
Yeah.
They're having more control. And I think that was the other possibility, that they got focused more on control of power instead of trying to find an equal connection.
Yeah, like trying to find common ground. And Caster of Fables brings up also Discord, another ageless / immortal character, whereas the Lord of Chaos, he thrives off of chaos, but it's very clear that he still is reliant on the flow of magic within the world to sustain himself. I think that whenever magic died, Discord might have gone with it.
But again,
that is a huge possibility.
It is a possibility, but again, he's a spirit of chaos, not a spirit of magical chaos. So there
he did use magic to sustain his physical form, to like allow him to do all the things that he did.
That was when everything was harmonious or not chaotic around him. As long as he stays within a chaotic area, I think he will be able to sustain himself, but he might have less power. Because it seems, yes, I agree that a lot of the magic was taken out of the world, because you also saw that the crystals in the unicorn forest started to shimmer and shine again when the magic came back. So I think there is a possibility he's still out there alive, but he's more like one of the spirits that only the unicorns like Izzy can see. Because she could clearly see something she called the sparkle, which is very similar to auras. So I think it's a possibility he is there, but he's depowered.
It could also be a thing where, like, since he is a spirit of chaos, and in a sense he's a god. Like, if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck.
Yeah.
A very popular concept within deification is the lack of belief causes a deity to wither and eventually fade away.
That is true.
And so, like, with people no longer believing in magic, no longer believing that Twilight and her friends even existed in the first place, what would he be more than just a legend? More than just a story, a cautionary tale?
The same would happen with the Vindigos. They kind of disappeared, but as soon as somebody started believing, boop, hey, I've been just sleeping for a while. So
yeah, because they are magical spirit. They are magical creatures. They are entirely composed of magic. That would also go double for the Parasprites. The Parasprites.
They were animals.
I think that they had, like, didn't they say like they had a magical aspect to them?
They were immune to magic? No, they weren't immune to magic.
No, what happened was that Twilight tried to use a spell to reverse their eating habits, and it backfired. But they would reproduce asexually, and it would multiply like crazy. They're very bothersome at most.
Hey,
yeah.
I'm
trying to think of the...
I don't see how relevant it is with magic, though.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I can't remember what the. I remember there was like an insect species that was like comprised of magic, but like the point is like the Ursa Majors, very clearly a magical creature, a creature of magic. When magic goes, magical creatures just don't have anything to keep them sustaining because it's not enough for them to sustain themselves on their biological functions. Because we never saw the Ursa Major eat. We saw them consume milk, but it didn't seem like it needed it.
It's just like, this is just a piece of candy. Nom 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 nom.
Yeah, so like when your entire being is made up of magic, when magic dies, what happens to you? You know?
Very true. This is very interesting. But now we
Yeah.
also have a Sleepy back.
Hello.
Hello. So, you had explained to us that you saw yourself more as kind of like a succubus. So that explains why you have
Yes.
chosen to
Well-
be that kind of pony.
Yeah. See, with succubus or like succubi, the great thing about them is that, like, in terms of how they can transmit certain transmit certain things, they can transform into certain beings in order for them to I don't know. But sorry, I'm just kind of nervous from all of that. But I guess in terms of backstory for Sleepy, I thought about how Sleepy was like once a Pegasus, like a small little Pegasus, and she got like she has a lot of friends, and she gets all of this, and then she meets like this one Pegasus, one tall Pegasus at that. He would basically talk to Sleepy in a way that's like, or in this case, like, because she wants to take at this rate, because she wanted to take on Sleepy Charm as like not a persona, but as another version of herself where she feels more confident, if you will. So at this time, it was like Sugar Thorns, I think. Yeah. Like, take this backstory with a great assault. So Sugar Thorns has this pony that she wants to basically get to know better, or someone who would love to basically like every one of her friends, because she is also very impressionable, and she tends to have a little bit of stuff, because people notice how her height is not the usual mare height. And again, this is not ripping off someone. This tall Pegasus who she talks to and wants to get to know is also very manipulative into basically just making her think that she's worthy of his time in a way, even though she really isn't to him. So basically this Pegasus is just using her at this point. So with how she finds out about everything about that, especially with how she knows how she's been used by this person, she kind of had to remind herself that in the process she was in control. She was not only like, she was manipulated, but she didn't feel like it's the end of the world. So with that being said, she took onto this very big change of herself because of how her innocence is gone in a way. Her innocence is still there. It's just like, it's not happy-go-lucky, I guess. And she takes on this very succubus type of role for herself to kind of feel like she can do anything, or she can. That doesn't mean she's above morality, just she can do anything that she wants, or she can do a lot of things.
Ah,
Okie dokie.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I don't know how
Oh, sorry.
succubuses usually look, so, like, okay, I can
But-
guess demons have 2 horns, so,
Yeah.
like...
But for the most part, basically that's how she came to be and how she was. And after that, she just feels like she wants to make more friends because she felt like she was alone in a way. She wants to, like, the thing is, she feels confident about herself. She just wants someone to feel that same way for her, even though it's not really in a way that's like stroking her ego in a bigger sense, if you know what I mean. But for the most part, she just wants to have friends again and feel and keep some boundaries due to how this Pegasus treated her. So, yeah, it doesn't go like, oh, this is a tragic backstory and I will have revenge on everyone who stands in my way kind of thing. No, it's just her being very confident, like her confidence or her not righteousness, but just her way of thinking in terms of how confident she is basically the biggest bird, if you will, to how she was before, I guess. She would try to get her innocence back, but she would still be the same pony that she was before, or she was now. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of sort of the backstory for Sleepy. I thought about other things I can make for Sleepy in terms of a backstory, but yeah.
I like that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just curious about her colors, and I can't properly see her cutie mark, so... just like if you can explain a little bit more about why you chose the colors that you have done, and...
Oh, because I like pink.
If that's fair.
I mean, I like pink, I like certain, like... If you really think about it, Sleepy is like a pony version of a Neapolitan ice cream. And I noted, and I recognize it, like, up until, I didn't realize it up until, like, later on when I first, like, when I got to basically get comfortable with her, because originally, because I was a very experimental person, I may or may not redesign her so much. And, yeah, it was pretty, like, originally because of how she was just Melody Sketch.
I remember those days.
Now she's just Sleepy Charm. just because, and also her hair is basically a reminiscent of how short my hair is, basically.
Okay.
So hold on, let me see.
The cutie mark is a pillow with bat wing heart?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying, that's at least what it looked like when I made the photo bigger. Also, she has very baggy eyes. I guess that means less sleep. So,
which is basically, yeah. Which basically represents how, I guess, tired she is, but persistent
Ah.
of everything. Basically, she would like it's very unhealthy with how persistent she is in terms of, hey, may I help you out? Or hey, I have to do this. Hey, I have to do that. And yeah.
Fair. I know the struggle. But I gotta say, like, your hooves are very adorable with little heart shapes.
Yes, because though I happen to have that as one of my favorite shapes.
Yeah.
And like, and I love, and this might be something that's like symbolism. I love romance.
Necessity.
It's not a bad thing. It's just
No.
like it's becoming something that's apparent in my life, not just like relationships, but in a way, you know? Like those hearts could mean so many things for others. Like whether it's love or lust or like this and that. And it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing that with us. And I also see she has a lot of floofs. The floof.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't go wrong with the floofs.
Neat.
Yes, she has a lot of floof chest, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're planning on watching the movie later today or this week?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. You have a lot of good stuff to wait for.
No, that's just a simple answer. Yes. Somebody asks you a question. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I didn't realize there's a lot of species that would have gone downhill with the disappearance of magic. Like the
Yeah.
breezies.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh, that's one species we didn't even recognize that.
Oh, poor Breezy.
Those breezies are probably just like dead in like the cactuses or something.
Here's another one. Because changelings need to use their magic to sustain themselves because that's how they survive.
No. After
They still use magic to still sustain themselves, but they don't use it to leech off of others. But they still use magic as a feeding substance.
How? Like, I thought they were just, now it was everything automatic because they gave love and they received love without having to actually ingest
Yes, but it's
it.
still a magical process. They need their magical ability to give love and then receive love to sustain themselves. They don't sustain themselves off of grass.
No, it's just, I thought that's just something that happened automatically, kind of.
It's not a
energy
biological
is
function of theirs. It's a magical thing. It is a magical ability of theirs.
Okay,
honestly,
I didn't
like
think that.
the alleged disappearance of the breezies wasn't as big of a deal to me, but losing the changelings is a big oofy.
Yeah. Bye, Thorax. I liked you. You were nice. Me.
Like there are a lot of species because like there are a lot of sentient species that used magic to keep themselves alive, like phoenixes.
And
Phoenixes regenerate through magic. That is a magical process.
yeah,
Phoenixes are gone.
I'm just thinking about the Crystal
Man.
Empire. They are probably frozen over by now.
I
Oh,
guess
yeah,
I'm
the-
cool too.
Crystal Empire
Yeah,
is
I was about to say, I guess the Goldenfox would be like, whoosh, bye-bye.
Timberwolves are no longer a thing because that's just a bunch of sticks and wood held together by magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Oh no, no more sap apples. Aww.
Like,
No more apples.
When
Sadness.
they like I hope that they like understand the implications that they've like put forward with magic was like magic died and was gone for like 1,000 years.
Yeah.
That means that a lot of other like the world is completely different. Like they've essentially cleaned the slate, but that means Crystal Empire is covered in snow at this point.
And hippogriffs
Shining
are...
armor is probably dead.
I was thinking about like hippogriffs and sea ponies. They have to stay the one that they were when magic went poofy because now you can change back.
Yeah, now you can't change
I
that.
now wonder. I don't know if this was brought up in the podcast at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I haven't watched the movie, so take mine with a grain of salt.
Yep.
Would that mean that because Cadence and Shining Armor are probably dead, right? And this is like what 1,000 years into the
Future.
New
Into the
generation?
future.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean that Flurry Heart would be either dead or just there?
The thing is,
I would-
just because it's been 1,000 years, she might still be out there, because
I would 100% be like, that's something I want to see. I would imagine that she's probably like a hermit, kind of like Zakora. She's just,
yeah. Sorry.
she's just like, she watched the world that she grew up in and the world that gave her so much hope just fade away into nothingness. And over the years had to, like, imagine you knew these people. Your aunt was like
Twilight.
the pillar of the community, a goddess walking among mortals, and people no longer believe she exists.
Yeah, hermit time.
Like, I don't even want to think about how Flurry would have to deal with that kind of ish.
The thing is,
Yeah.
if she's able to deal with it in one way or another, and I don't know if she would be, popping off or discovered. Maybe she becomes the new one and she works together with Sunny to, I don't know, bring peace to all of
I mean, they did, they did bring back the original voice cast in the opening sequence with the main six to do the to do the thing. So like it's very clear that this is same universe,
Yep.
same pony time, same pony place. It's just worse. It got so much worse.
Yeah, but I really hope if Flurry is still alive that she is not a villain. If she actually becomes a true villain, then I would get sad. Like, I wasn't a fan of when she was born because of the eyes and everything, but I don't want to see her becoming a villain.
I wouldn't want to see it, but I can see it happening because, hey, you idiots ruined the world that my aunt broke her back to build. You don't deserve it anymore.
Or
That is deep.
that is scary good.
Yeah.
That is scary good, but at the same time I kinda hope that she would become a mentor or something for Sunny, because she understands that Sunny is like the new Twilight, so she would become like Sakura was meant to be for Twilight, a mentor.
Either that, or they could make her the character with its own redemption arc of how she misperceived the world, and after a certain defeat, Sunny tries to reason with her in that we can fix it and maybe we can help with you, because it's her.
You're obviously not okay.
Yeah, you need help. You need therapy.
Mm-hmm.
You need a lot of meditation and therapy and all the coping mechanisms that you can get, whether unhealthy or healthy.
Hopefully just the healthy ones.
I hope that that is a thing, that she is still around, because all the throwbacks to the old series, we got Sunny wearing the satchel with Twilight's cutie mark. We got a throwback to the Wonderbolts. We got all kinds of things.
And I gotta
And now they're seen as these religious prophecies, or not
it's
even
it's
yeah.
myth. It's a myth, a story. People don't. Some normal people, they just don't exist. And it's
just, yeah.
It's sad. Cause now Gen 5, Vlad still looks like him, but he's old as all get out, and he's like, you don't know, I was there, I know.
Oh my gosh! Next time you do a review on something, I'm just imagining you're also just crawling out of some hole and just this changed, and
Knowing how
go.
I feel like Sleepy wouldn't even age. I don't know.
You ever
Like she would still feel very like her eye bags would still look like raccoon eyes, but she wouldn't age from like the whole thing. And even then she would just like feel very traumatic from all of it because of how much a diverse there is when it comes to like unicorns, Pegasus, and like the Earth ponies now. Like nothing is nothing is united anymore in this case.
Yeah, no, Vlad would absolutely bring up, you guys somehow made this worse than all the alternate timelines that Starlight Glimmer made. Because at least when she messed up the timeline, everybody still worked together against a common threat.
Yeah, except for the Discord one and
Except for the Discord one, but that one was just Discord 1.
Yeah, because Discord. It's
But in every other one, the ponies still work together against a common threat.
Yep.
And somehow, you guys made it worse. I didn't think that was possible, but somehow you made it worse. Congratulations.
You have
earned that you did that, batch.
You have somehow broken the laws of magic and space-time. I am morbidly curious at how you accomplish that. You all are a bigger threat than anything else that Equestria faced. And we faced Tyrek. I mean, they faced Tyrek.
And to think people had issues with Starlight Glimmer as a character.
Oh, she almost destroyed the world with time travel! Yeah, well, all it took was the death of a crucial figure, and then a bunch of people going, it's your fault. No, it's your fault. War.
You know, friendship is magic. Yay.
Friendship no longer is magic.
Aww.
I wonder what the subtitle is going to be for the new, or it is the new generation, MLP the new generation.
Hmm.
So, what's the theme gonna be?
Calling it a new generation is not necessarily tacky, but it's going to be dated over the next generation. Like, it's not really new anymore, so why call it the new generation?
Watch, Sunny's gonna have a kid, and then it's like the new generation.
No,
I don't want that another Gen 3.
This is
Please,
the same
no.
thing of what Nintendo did when they reinvented the Mario platformers with new Super Mario Brothers, and then they came out with newer Super Mario Brothers. I'm like, what are you gonna do next? Call it newest?
New to the power of new.
No,
New squared.
I don't want Gen 3
New
again.
HD Mario.
New in 4K.
You in 4K 1080p.
I don't wanna. No. God, Hasbro, come on. You messed up with cutie marks. Don't mess it up even more. Oh.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where we go from here. Movie was good, set up, and made me hype for what is to come.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still thinking of the larger implications of what this brand new world will hold.
Yeah.
I imagine that the Yaks just...
Also, the Yaks survived fine without magic, and if they...
Yeah, the Yaks would still be alive, but I imagine that they're, even more isolationist than they used to be.
Probably.
Well, that's
And they're even more hostile.
Yeah, no, I think there's a reason why Yaks were separated from ponies over the past, 100 moons, according to what Twilight said.
Yeah.
They're too reckless.
Yeah.
Also, like most species, we like it safe.
I like Yona, though.
Yeah, but Yona is a bee.
Yona is good.
Yeah.
Yona is an exception.
I would imagine that it was Yona's efforts that stopped the Yaks from invading and, making a mad dash for power.
I mean,
Yona for Queen of Yaks!
that could make sense.
Yona for Queen of Yaks.
Because it would be.
Queen Yona. Oh.
Queen Yona.
Queen Yona.
Yona supremacy.
But yeah, from that... Actually, hang on a second. From that... Hang on a second.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, this might actually Okay, I'm gonna post this in the chat, but this is a thing. Just that's the map that we have.
Mhm.
And seeing the down in the corner is that's from Sunny's journal. She's theorizing on how much bigger the world is. This is what Equestria looked like during Twilight's lifetime. This was the map. What happened?
Well, you know, if you get closed off to just a little city, that's basically all you know.
But there was, you know, Philadelphia, there was Baltimore, there was Las Pegasus, Appaloosa.
Also, sorry, just my brain going crashity bang bang. Basically, also, I know it's been 1,000 years, so maybe, let's say Ponyville has gotten to became where Sunny is from, Mare Bay. Would that mean that Zephyr Heights is basically Canterlot and Bridalwood is Everfree? And
That might be what
Most
it is.
likely.
like Everfree became hospitable because, you know, no more spooky skeletons. You know.
Well, I mean, like that kind of faded away ever since the Elements of Harmony tree was there.
Yeah.
And
Also,
that
it was still hostile because you still had the Timberwolves, you still have the living plants going nom. No, wait, that was Discord.
Yeah, so like the map shrank significantly.
Yep. So now
Something happened that
everything. Yay.
something happened that forced all three species into these small communities on like the edge of the map.
Or maybe
'Cause-
there are other communities out there, but they were afraid to stretch out, so they might find more villages.
That still brings up the question: what scared them so much that they forced themselves into isolation?
That is very true. I would like to know that.
I mean, in the Sunny map, we have a little apple, and then like the theorized like what the rest of the world might look like.
Ye-
Sunny, you have there's a wide open world out there that is. Oh, the ruins of Baltimore.
Dun 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 dun.
Goodbye, Baltimore.
Wait. Hold up.
Goodbye, Baltimore. We will not miss you.
Okay, above the clouds, there usually isn't a lot of weather except for the sun.
Yeah.
Would that mean that Las Pegasus is maybe still around?
Maybe.
Maybe
Could
that's
be.
true.
I mean, the city, the new Pegasus city wasn't built on clouds because they had lost their magic. They couldn't
Fly.
fly or survive on the clouds. Oh my goodness, that's a horrifying implication.
Oh, Nai, why did... Oh, Nai, oh.
That's
No. Also, it...
bad. That's really bad.
Oof. Oof. That's not where my brain went, but that's where it's gone now. Oh, you know. Oof, though. Yeah, okay.
Countless Pegasus cities just gone.
No, also, they're not gone. They're still on the clouds, just that all the ponies couldn't walk on cloud and they couldn't fly, so they had to rely on gliding down if they were able to do that with their wings, so they could land safely and not die.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like the cities themselves are gone because there would be nobody left to inhabit them.
Yeah, but what I'm thinking about is that they're still there. It's just very old. So what happens when they go up there and find stuffies?
They're not tethered to a single place. They're kind of like castle in the sky. Yeah. So those clouds are Cloudsdale and Las Pegasus are. Celestia knows where now.
Dips on Rainbow Dash's house. Also,
It is the world is now new and young and has never been. The world is fresh and clean. The slate has been reset, and the world is probably very scary.
it's
You
gonna
know,
be interesting.
without the magic, like without magic to keep them back, maybe the Aramospi broke out of their territory.
Ooh. Oh boy.
Just think about it. Giant cyclopses with go horns beating the crap out of things for gold.
I want
A bunch of Pegasus and Earth ponies and unicorns completely defenseless.
Oh, what Aristotle? Yeah, dude, you don't have any magic left. Maybe you should
Mhm.
hide.
Like, magic reliant creatures kind of got the short end of the stick. The ones who just rely on pure raw physical strength, like minotaurs, diamond dogs, yaks, they would be the dominant powers
Yep.
up until recently. Because they don't need magic. They can literally just hit you and they win.
Yep. Whee!
It's not a fight. It is our...
It's a hit. As they
Ah,
You okay, Golden?
yeah. Just playing a game.
Aw. Are you that boring
It's-
to you?
No, I'm listening and playing at the same time.
Okay.
I like the implications of this new, because like I'm a lore junkie. I run D&D. I've been running D&D since 2015.
Hey, high five.
I love D&D and I love world building and I love the implications of what they have put forward. I hope that they don't pull any punches. Like I hope that they don't like give a cop out or something like that. You've set up something interesting, follow through with it.
Yeah, do your homework, guys. And also, I have to ask, what's your favorite class to play?
A lot of people give me crap for this, but Ranger. I like playing Ranger.
Yeah, that's a good class. It's a useful class.
It's because everybody's like, oh, it's underpowered because blah, blah, blah combat. I can sit in the back, like, I can take a longbow and sit 600 feet away from the target and just not have to worry about getting hit ever.
Yeah.
But that's not my strength. I'm a utility character. My job is to make your lives easier.
Yep. They're very handy. They're very handy to have in the party.
Handful. Candy, yeah.
They're hooful.
They're very hooful.
Yes, they're very hooful.
Playing ogres and oubliettes. They probably don't even play ogres and oubliettes anymore.
Also, in Dungeons and Discord was a ranger.
Yeah.
Enough said.
I wonder.
What?
Where would Spike still be around?
I think
'Cause
Spike
we
would still
Probably.
be around.
We
He would
saw
probably
that
be around, yeah.
we saw that dragons can live for a very, very, very long time. They can keep on trucking because of that draconic bloodline, I guess.
Yeah, and gems are still around, so you have num-nums.
Because they sustain themselves off of gems. They can.
Yeah, I don't know if the gems still have magic though, because we did see that the gems got powered up again. So the might that they had to eat other things instead of gems.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
No wonder
They do
ponies
have-
kept into their own small towns then.
the Wonder Pony, the Wonderbolts. The Wonderbolts are gone. The Wonderbolts are gone. All of them are gone. Everything's gone.
Yeah,
They all, they fell. They all fell.
No, they can still glide down. They are safe. Don't tell me otherwise.
Everything fell.
No.
I remember the day that
When
whatever it was, whatever caused the downfall.
The fall day, the day that everything fall. Engelsk. Ugh. Yeah.
Imagine if they went for something super poetic and it was like they marked the day that twilight passed away as the day that sparkle dimmed.
No, yeah, the sparkle dim, the dimmed sparkle day, or like the shooting star day, because
Yeah, also in some promotional toys that they released, along with the main 6, there were 2 ponies that were included alongside the new heroines, and that was Trixie Lamoon and Starlight.
Ooh.
And we already saw what the relevance of the main 6 was. What's Starlight and Trixie's relevance to this new story?
Also, I know Trixie and Starlight was the ones who basically took over the main responsibility for the friendship school together with Sunburst. So...
Here's my thing. Here's what I'm running with a headcanon, and I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Starlight destroyed that scroll, right? The time one, the big time one.
I don't remember if she did that exactly, because she was about to do it, but Twilight...
Oh,
talked
she was,
her
yeah,
out of
she was about to do it. Yeah, she was about to do it, but she stopped herself. Yeah, that scroll was still in play. What if her and Trixie escaped whatever the calamity was, whatever this big event was, by jumping through time?
Ooh,
And now
I
they're
like
just...
that. I like that.
They're just on the lam
Ooh.
until somebody finds them.
They need a new alicorn. They know that, so they are now in the lookout for the new alicorn. Oh.
And then now they're gonna try and fix whatever
Broke.
Because this is a very common narrative device, is the concept of a cyclical timeline, like a cyclical timeline, a timeline that continually cycles through itself. What if there was something that happened previously before, Celestia and Luna and whatever, that caused a downfall before the events of Friendship is Magic, and just whatever it was came back around, caused everything to go to garbage, and now Trixie and them are going to be trying to figure out a way to stop whatever this cycle is. Essentially break the wheel.
Ooh, yeah. Side theory, the time travelers.
Because,
ponies.
Remember, whenever we saw the founding of Ponyville, and, the founding of Equestria, what was the one thing that all the species of ponies had in common?
They needed shelter, they needed food, they needed common sense.
But why was that such a problem for them in the first place?
Lack of
They were
space.
all mistrustful of each other because they never interacted with each other.
Oh, yeah?
They isolated themselves.
That's true.
History has repeated itself.
Dun 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 dun.
So what if it's a cycle? Whenever friendship or prosperity reaches a certain threshold, something just happens that resets, that wipes the slate, puts it back.
This is more like a cycle, but each cycle is a different spin.
Yeah,
because back at the older period, what was it? The before Equestria was founded, there were Wendigos, but the Wendigos are now gone, so it's a whole different challenge on how friendship would reimburse itself.
Yep, and then maybe Trixie and Starlight, if my headcanon ends up being correct, because why would they include those two characters in promotional toys alongside the main six if they didn't have some relevance to the new story?
There is a shot in the night that's called "They Are Maybe Quite Popular." Maybe it sells better if we include these kind of brain fart.
True, but I would think that if they wanted to go for popularity, they would have put Celestia and Luna in there.
Yeah.
That is true.
Didn't they sell like hotcakes?
Yeah. Oh, those big figures that they made, those sold incredibly well.
I still love that old video back when the fandom was still new. It was an animated Celestia toy where a guy's like, "Oh my god, I need that toy!" And he's peeking on the microphone, and it's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, it's so if my headcanon ends up being true, maybe there's a cycle that friendship continues to rise, something happens, and it just resets, and it's been a continuous cycle throughout history, and now they're just going to try and figure out a way to stop it,
So yeah, time protectors or time lords.
Yeah.
Starlight is a time lord.
Stop whatever this is, so that
Yep.
the next generation doesn't have to suffer. The ones who come after them don't have to go through the same garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more just facing new challenges with each cycle.
Yeah.
Which, like, I feel bad for, like, I liked Sunny's dad. Sunny's dad was cool.
Yeah, no, that was just like, oh wow, they definitely took a turn.
Yeah, like that's why I'm like, wow, yeah, no, they were not messing around. They took the kid gloves off.
Yeah. And they didn't make it like in your face either.
They're just like, yes, he is gone.
Sadness.
He is gone. He is no longer here. He is with them now.
And I'm kind of wondering, we never saw a mother. Wait, no, we're spoiling too much. Sorry, Sleepy.
I mean, like, it is, like, I think in, like, the, like, trailers it showed that she had, like, just a dad.
Yeah, just
But yeah,
that.
there's no mention of a mom whatsoever.
So, adopted?
Maybe? Could have been. Who knows?
I don't think so. I think it was just more of a single parent.
Yeah. Could be that mom skipped town.
Yeah,
being
that
more of a
could-
single parent kind of scenario with, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Could be mom went off to explore the world and never came back.
But then there would still be pictures of her if he still felt attached to the mother. And
Yeah.
If this
Very
comes
true.
out as like a freaking what's
Villain?
the term? Like a tragic like parental backstory, like my mother died or something like
Oh,
that. I feel like that would be the case.
yeah, we do have that little cutscene or the little glimpse of a feather, but it was a purple feather, so it might be that could have been a Twilight feather, or it can be that maybe. Also, no, just the feather would be confusing. I don't think the feather would have been from the mother, to be honest. It's too vague to be of a mother. It might have been like.
It did look like
feather."
Twilight's.
Yeah.
It did look like Twilight's coloration. So then that even leads more into to my thought that, Twilight got wrecked by something. Twilight just got wholesale obliterated, and that was like a remain of hers.
Or, another Pegasi. Could just be a random Pegasi feather as well that he found.
Could be.
Cool. Very possible. Still possible. We did
Very
see
possible, but given his interest in
everything.
the Guardians of Harmony, as he titled them, because that's not what they call themselves.
No, but it might be that somebody else called them that, but that's the only thing he found about them. So that's
We
why-
are the elements of harmony. They are the guardians of harmony. That is not what we call ourselves. That is what I wrote in the book.
Yes.
And it is my book, so that is what it will be.
Yeah. Also, I noticed that Sip has purple feather wings.
Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
Zip was probably my favorite character.
You said a bad word.
Zip was cool.
Yeah, Sip was, and
That's
I
okay.
do really like her voice actor. She's very funny.
I'm still debating on which character I like. Cause like there's like good qualities to each of them, including the other princess Pegasus.
Pip?
Yeah.
Pip. Like she was mad about her performance being ruined, but she was also she was more concerned that our mother's in prison. You better hope this help us.
Mm-hmm. That's very, very nice to see that she was clear-headed and not self-absorbed.
Yeah, this was a very good move on the writers because it would have been typical. Yeah, very annoying, and that was a good workaround.
I love.
Go ahead.
I love Hitch. Hitch is probably my favorite.
Yeah, just like all the animals love it, and he just like, oh, they keep following me.
Also, the fact that he's like canonically the hot guy, the hot dude, the canonical hot guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the calendar. Oof. Oof.
He's got
He
got a whole ass calendar shoot.
It also doesn't help that this is voiced by the same guy who had to deal with animals in a small town in a video game adaptation.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
James Marsden, that's who the voice of Hitch was, who was also the police officer in the Sonic movie. Like, he had to get a flock of birds to cross a street. And some people, like Sonic, called him the donut guy.
Oh nice.
James Marsden has range, and I didn't expect to enjoy him as much as I did as Hitch, but Hitch is my favorite, hands down, 100%. I love him.
I gotta say, if I have to pick a favorite, I think it's between Sunny and Izzy, to be honest.
I mean, everybody's gonna like Sunny. She's the main character.
Yeah, true.
You know what? Okay, here's the thing I wonder. Because, like, they all were like, magic, like, some of them were like, magic don't exist, or magic is gone. How do they explain the butt tattoos?
Also, yeah, that's true. Like, I saw some of them have cutie marks, and a lot of ponies don't.
Yep, but the main characters all had cutie marks. So how do you?
I was like, are they tattoos or are they like
I think
downgraded cutie mark?
Maybe it's a downgraded, but the other of which is that cutie marks have been a natural part of just pony society, regardless of magic. Because, like, even magic couldn't control the nature of cutie marks as shown in Call of the Cutie.
That is
Yeah.
true. They just happen.
They just happen. Because, like, Sprout had one, and it was a turnip, I think.
Oh,
like a
poor
turnip.
guy.
Turnip,
Oh.
turnip
I
and
do say, I
beetroot.
do really like their hoofs, though. They have heart shape underneath. That makes me
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Makes me
It's just
happy.
like, look at them, look at that. How do you explain that? You say magic don't exist. How do you explain that tattoo just showing up on you?
Yeah, suddenly you had a free tattoo, everybody! Hmm?
Yep.
Yep.
Like that.
Tattoo on your bum.
You gotta. It's literally destiny. It's destiny, man. It's destiny literally using a magical occurrence to let you know what you're doing. How are you explaining that? You say magic doesn't exist, I will scream in your face if you don't give me a good answer, or I will burn this building down.
It's okay.
Because, like,
Also, master codes in the chat?
I don't think. Hang on a second.
Is it
I don't
master
think. I need to look this up. Hang on. No, he didn't.
Huh? He did what?
Sonny's dad.
What about he didn't have a cutie mark?
He didn't have a cutie mark.
Oh, Papa. Wait.
So, like, maybe it's destiny. Okay, so yeah, destiny calling upon a few. Maybe because magic was so weak, destiny was like, hey, these people are gonna have cutie marks because they're gonna be important. I can't. Magic is dying. I don't have that much time.
Help me!
But I thought I was the canonical hot guy. No, Master Code, I will fight you right now. Boy,
So angry.
I will fight you. I'll take you on.
Come fight me, bro. Fight me, bro.
I'll Rochambeau you a good one. We gonna be finna box for charity.
Oh, the charity.
We're gonna eat Pocky hot chips.
Yeah, but
for
it's
charity.
like Phil Lamar, Apple Alphabet, the giant unicorn. He had a cutie mark.
Yeah, he had a cutie mark. So like, some people have them, some people don't.
Even
like,
if they're important or not.
Yeah.
Some people don't.
Destiny's. I imagine that Destiny is just like a grab bag. It's like something has to give.
Just instead of everybody gets some, it's just like a sprinkle.
Until magic comes back, we don't have.
We have to be sparingly with these ones, okay?
Until magic comes back, we don't have time.
Yeah.
We are.
Like you all get one sprinkle each. Use it wisely.
How would you... Wait, aren't you Destiny? Aren't you, like, a very important magic thing? Okay, let me explain this. You ever tried to lift a boulder when you're dehydrated?
Oof. 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 Yeah, I have. Oof.
So,
Also-
take that, multiply that by 10, that's what we're dealing with right now.
Oh, poor Destiny. You need some water.
I need water. I need magic to come back.
No. You need magic.
I need magic to come back. I need the ponies to stop fighting.
I need the ponies to stop being dum-dums and get along.
I literally gave them the one person who would save them, and what did they do with it? They threw it all away because they all got angry at each other. I'm sorry your feelings were hurt.
I'm sorry your feelings were hurt, but why? Why are you acting like giant children? But
Your world was almost destroyed multiple times. I mean, Tyrek, Chrysalis,
Cozy Glow,
Sombra, like, I don't... How many times does Fate have to come in and go, box.
go to your corner.
It's just it weird.
Yeah.
But you know, at least we got Starlight and Trixie, cause like
Being
yeah,
Lords.
yeah, cause like I'm looking at this and it's G4 to G5 characters.
Okay.
What? What? How did you survive? Pulls out a gun and why are you here?
Get off my lawn!
Why are you still here? I will
do something.
Are you a hologram?
Have you spoken to my mother? But I see we have gotten over the 2-hour mark.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
There was a lot of lore debating here.
Yeah, sorry, we kind of went overboard with that, maybe.
I mean, the new movie just came out. There's a lot to speculate on until the series premiere.
What else were we going to talk about after you asked both Vlad and Galaxy about their OC designs?
Well, usually I also have the question about if you could have made a double-length episode within My Little Pony Generation 4 before the very last episode, what would you have made? I also have other
Crusaders of the Lost Mark.
Ogres and Oubliettes.
No. Guys, I'm meaning like you could make your own that would be canon within the universe. Like Dusty Cat wanted an episode where Spitfire had to go through the thing of learning about letting go and let Rainbow Dash take over as the leader of the Wonderbolts. Like that was a double-length episode he would have liked.
I actually would have been completely down with him on that because Rainbow Dash did Newbie Dash did Rainbow Dash completely dirty. Mm-hmm. And people constantly make the argument about hazing, that it's supposed to toughen you up. It doesn't work in an episode of MLP because part of watching the show is escaping reality, not trying to live with being treated like dirt.
It's not even like that, because I know like MLP, even if it's candy-colored horses, can like gracefully, like a ballet, can cover certain topics like that, like casually and gracefully, right? It's the execution of the topic that's
it was executed extremely sloppy.
You landed hard on your feet, and your legs are probably broken in the process of doing so when you write an episode like that, you know?
Yeah, no, there's a reason why that episode was so controversial, because it was tackling it on something that is way too heavy of a subject for people to handle. Like, I know that there have been episodes that have had similar scenarios, but I would argue that they handled it better than what Newbie Dash did. Because the thing with Newbie Dash that really struck a lot of people on a personal level is how much it reminded on how much they were being bullied. So this is a psychological attack on them. And the other of which is just this was the episode where Dash would become a Wonderbolt. It's like she deserved a much better conclusion than that.
Yeah.
And this was a huge deal on the majority of the series, and that's why I hate it the most. If you're gonna do something that has a viciously negative impact on a story, I'm gonna get irritated because it makes the journey not worth it in the end.
Makes me sad.
An episode that I would make that would be canon.
Like, you can't include your own OC or someone else's OC because it had to be within the canon universe. Or else
I wouldn't even want to include my OC because my OC would have been butchered and owned by Hasbro.
That too. It's like, I want to keep
you know
my
how
OC.
much, you know how much dirt Hasbro has given to the fan base? We don't have button mash anymore.
What? We don't have what?
Okay. Button mash.
Adventures, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Sad.
because
I think that I would want something that would explore the dynamics of the Diamond Dogs more, because we got episodes exploring the Griffins, the Yaks, the Changelings, the Hippogriffs. Like, I want to see something that would explore Diamond Dogs, because it's very clear that they're not just... Like, they are kind of malicious, but it's not like a very violent malicious thing. They just want to mine more gems. It's more of a... It's like a dwarf thing. It's more of a personal greed type thing, but it's very clear that they have a society, a culture, and I would have liked to have seen what that was like.
Yeah, exactly, because they did have all the other buff doggos with armor and the whole shebang. Like, we want to see the Dog Empire, okay? Diamond Dog Empire, please, gimme.
I mean, if they're strong enough to dig through, like, solid rock, like... These creatures are incredibly strong. Physically, for one.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what it would explain, like, and I can't imagine what kind of, like, creepy, crawly monsters exist underground, like, you know, tatzelworms and such.
Yeah.
So, like, it would explain why they're so jaded and why they're so, you know...
Rough.
Kind of, yeah, like... Haha, rough.
Sorry.
But yeah, it would explain why they would seem so, like, malicious to other people. It's because, yeah, that's like... When your entire life's a fight, like, when your entire life is just a fight to get to the next day, you're gonna take everything that comes at you as an immediate fight or flight.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is true.
It's like, this is stress, my heart rate is increasing, that means one of two things, either I need to run or I need to fight. So yeah, like, I would have liked something, a double 8th episode that, like, explores the Diamond Dogs, and I know that they relegated that to one of the comics. I don't care, the comics.
Yeah, no, dude, I feel your pain. Oh, comics did that already. No, I want the fucking show to explain it.
Yeah, like, I'm grateful for Sakura's backstory, but I would have liked to see it in the show.
In the show, yeah.
Yeah, I would like, this is kind of a throwaway kind of thing, because I know it won't happen, but because of this is, yeah. I want the IDW comics, like, there are some aspects of the IDW comics that are canon in the show, but I want more, you know? Because, like,
yeah, but
the thing about the IDW comics for me is that it gives us a more, like, unlikely chance of these two characters that are, like, not only opposite of one another, but are either having history with one another that's in a more negative sense. For example, I want there to be an episode where it's centered around Trixie and Rainbow Dash. I want an episode where we get to see, like, how they play off or experiment with certain character dynamics that are so unlikely.
Okay, unusual
it's kind of like
episode. Got it.
Basically, it's like making a crack ship canon. In, like, the weirdest sense of the word. It's so, like,
doesn't have to be like they actually become partners, but just see how the friendship
No, it doesn't even have to be that. Just, like, what I'm saying is just basically in a way that's, like, oh, these characters are unlikely to talk to each other. Hey, let's put them in an episode where they not only work through their flaws, but also work through their, their camaraderie in a way. Like, what's another episode that I want happening in the IDW comics in terms of like dynamics? Because like the IDW comics I live in terms of like their dynamics.
Before you continue, the thing was about being in the series itself, not in the comics.
No, I know that, but I'm talking about like canon, like basically dynamics that are in the IDW comics, but would be great in the show. Pinkie Pie and Luna. Like a Pinkie Pie and Luna episode would be kind of great.
So a crazy party pony with Princess Moonbutt.
Yeah, basically. Like something like that. Like something that's like experimental and just like with how this show can like have its freedom in terms of like dynamics and one-offs with each other, like Rarity and Applejack, or like Rainbow Dash and Pinkie Pie. I want there to be more, like Cadence and like Rarity or something like that, like an episode between those two. What's another thing I want there to be like an exploration based on like horse pun like states, like not just Baltimore, but just like San Francisco and all that jazz, like a lot more like broader, I guess. That's what I'm thinking of.
You want them to flesh out the map, basically.
Yeah, I want them to flesh out the map more to give more world building. Even though there's a lot more world building, I just want there to be more. I just want it to be broader. Like, give me more, please. Like, you had Last Pegasus, you have like Baltimore. Give me more, like something more than that. What's another one? I wouldn't say a Fluttercord episode because we already have that.
Fluttercord, happiness.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Also, I know Discord wasn't ready for a romantic relationship yet, but it was very nice.
I'm just saying in terms of dynamics.
Yeah, I know. It's just I'm not sure if I ship them, but it would be nice if he became emotional and mental able to have a relationship.
I just thought of something.
What?
Discord and Rarity, or like Discord or like Rainbow Dash and Rarity in the same episode. Like not like, oh, it's just a side quest, or oh, it's just like a side person to talk to in terms of building up the character development of this person within the episode. No, I want the ones that I basically listed to be the main characters of the episode, like that kind of scenario.
I can see that.
Like I want them to flesh out more dynamics so I can feel like, oh, this is cool and this is great and this is amazing, and like in terms of dynamics, and I want them to flesh out more because there are so many characters like Applejack, Fluttershy, etc. that are kind of hard to write in terms of like, because you have to remember this show literally has 30 writers 30 or more writers, so one of them has a strong suit for the other. It's just that I want them to flesh out more of their flaws with these dynamics in a way. Does that sound weird?
No, it sounds very fun, and I agree with you. It would be fun to see what would come up with a double-length episode where you have unusual pairings.
Yeah.
I can still like definitely agree with Dusty Cat. Like it's kind of like copying off of what he's saying, but that's one major thing that I think is more important in terms of character development. Because yeah, they did Dash so dirty in Newbie Dash.
Yeah,
And
well,
I don't mean like a literal term. I know I'm kind of repeating the subject. I was very passionate about that.
it's very understandable. And yeah, I agree. I would have liked to see they redo that episode with a proper writer.
Yeah. Because like that's the other mistake. They went and got a new writer for the episode. It's like, that's a lot of weight on that dude's shoulders. And I don't even hate the writer itself. He actually wrote some pretty good episodes. He wrote Flutter Brother.
Yeah, Flutterbrother. Oh my gosh, no, not Zephyr or Breeze. Ugh.
Like, yeah, he's supposed to be despicable. That was the
Yeah.
idea. But it's about his own downfall of his own pride and his own like complacency that led him to the bottom of the barrel. And that was a very important lesson, including our current generation, who has a bad habit of getting lazy at everything and not taking responsibility, because it will crash down on you really hard. And that was well told.
Yeah. I also see that we are now hitting almost 2.5 hours, and I'm.
Yeah, I think we're ready to call it.
Yeah, like usually it would have been a lot of fun to continue even longer, but I'm at my dearest place, and he has neighbors, so I want to be respectful of them, and it's like 1 a.m. now.
Understandable.
Understandable.
Yeah, I don't have any people to raid, so I guess we will just call it a night. You guys can say your outros or goodbyes or mayonnaise.
Boy,
if you want to.
boy.
Always remember to lick fire hydrants.
Lick someone's shoes.
Yes.
Okay.
The bottom of the shoes, specifically.
Yes,
Sure.
lick
No,
someone's
no,
slippers.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. No, don't do that. Golden? Golden?
Yes.
Do you have an outro, goodbye, or mayonnaise to say?
I'd say something about our modern society, like a joke about our modern society, or so whereabouts, but that would have been too inappropriate. Stay safe. That's all I can say there.
Okay. Thank you,
Yeah.
everybody, for joining me today and all the chaos and all the fun. And thank you to everybody who stopped by and watched out. And thank you to my moderators, Rotkiv, who kept the stream safey-wafey. And thank you for the raid, Midnight. And nice to see that Bliss and Dusk was popping by. That's always nice. Stay safe and stay kind and stay brownie, everyone. Bye!